Looks like I'm living rent-free in your heads again, huh? I mean, if you're gonna spend your days obsessing over me, you might as well start calling me something respectable. Maybe Daddy Shizzy, or better yet, Papa Nut. Who's the grown-up here? Oh right, it's me. Let's go. Call me Daddy, yeah, that's who I am. Running your mind's like a master plan. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, take your pick. I'm alone in your thoughts while you still act sick. Call me Daddy, it's what you mean. While you chase the crooks and I take the lead. Living rent-free, that's my name. Go ahead, say it, put some respect on your name. Man, I'm too old, well here's a surprise. I'm the one with the brains while you're stuck with the lies. You act like you're experts, but here's the reality. I'm the one controlling your mental reality. So while you're out there trying to throw shade, I'm sipping coffee and you're feeling betrayed. You're mad, I got the spotlight, now it's my time. So why not call me Daddy or Papa with a rhyme? I'm the landlord and you're just the tenants, stuck in your headspace with no insight, no repentance. Call me Daddy, you know it's true. You'd be lost without me, stuck in the glue. Call me Daddy, I'm holding your mind while you're scrambling, trying to find what's behind. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, don't you see? You're living in my world now, I'm the VIP. Call me Daddy, just let it be. While you're trying to figure out your own identity. Oh, I see you're confused, trying to get it right. Spinning your wheels while I'm out of sight. You think you've got it figured, but you got it all wrong. I've been running your minds all along. But sure, keep pretending you don't care. Keep saying you're done, but I'm still in the air. You got no choice but to bow to my name. Daddy Shizzy is here to own the game. You say you don't watch, but you're obsessed. Every word I say puts you to the test. Call me Daddy, Papa Nut, you know you should. Because I've been living rent-free, and you know it feels good. Shizzy Daddy, owning your headspace, and there's no escape. Good luck with that.
Dictionary diva.
I love it.
Woo! Woo-hoo!
Man, that song does make you get up and dance.
It
a little
does.
bit.
You're just
Yeah.
like, you know, like,
It's just like,
yeah.
Every time I hear those two back to back, I feel like I'm back in college going into the club.
Going to the club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes,
Mhm.
that is about right.
I just need some cheap alcohol and I'm good to go.
Yeah.
to go.
I think that's
Get her done.
I would love that. I don't know
Sorry,
why
we were running a little bit late. We were watching some stuff that we couldn't always watch on YouTube, you know,
No.
because well, the music will get you in trouble.
YouTube is a hole.
yeah, yeah. One of
It
these
was
days, I'll
anal.
just have to. I'll have to just do like a whole flush of all of the stuff that I have on
You
like
will.
Rumble. It'll take like 2 hours to go through, just like all of it.
Dang.
It
Storage.
longer.
Jizzy.
It
It's
might be
impressive.
like, well, and it's all just like bookmarked on the Twitters.
Oh.
Like if I just pulled up all those bookmarks and went one after the other.
Okay. Okay. See,
Oh,
I
it
don't
would
use the
probably-
Twitter sphere that often.
Oh,
I'm
oh
just
my
like,
God.
meh.
You know what? I should do that for my 7K stream.
You should. Yes.
There you go.
Like start out here and say, 15 minutes or so, we're going to be over on or I can separate them out yeah, I could separate them out and put them in 2 different bookmark folders and go, this is all the stuff that's safe for the YouTubes. If you want to see the stuff I can't show on YouTube, then you go over to Rumble.
Come on over.
Build
Come on
suspense.
over.
Come on over. It's the naughty stuff.
Oh yeah, it is. Well, a lot of it's because of the music. It just
Yeah, I know.
Hey.
It's frustrating. What if you just wanted to go to the club and listen to music, man?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could put it as like a demonetized stream, like where people could send super chats, but it doesn't run ads, so I don't get the strike on it. Maybe.
Yeah.
That works.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't see why not.
That might work.
Yeah.
I'll have to try it just like for like a random stream one night. Just
See what happens. Oops.
Oh.
Here is a super chat. Get you started. Well, and here is a first sticker of the night. Thank you so much, Cynthia Firefighter. Hope you're being safe. There we go. It's a happy star.
A happy star.
Yeah, that's a happy star. I've been a good boy.
I've been a good boy.
So we left off with Mr. Matzkin says to you and the 2 Cankles, we're building the anti-WTH media ecosystem, right?
Yeah.
And do you know that he was referring to what he was referring to when he wrote WTH in all caps? Do you know what he was referring to?
What the Hales? Jeremy Hales Company?
Right. And as a matter of fact, right below that, he then sent a link to the 2 Cankles in a hole, a broadcast, right?
That's who he was referring to.
Right. So Mr. Matzkin and the 2 Cankles, he told you together they're building the anti-what the Hales media ecosystem.
Yeah.
Is that your understanding?
Yes.
And he sent you a link, and it's a live link here. I won't click on it, but did you ever click that link that Mr. Matzkin sent you?
Sorry, Shizzy. I just had a moment of deja vu. I may have. I don't recall if I didn't just go to the. Usually, I try not to click the links in any of my messenger, but I could have gone directly to the page, or I could have just clicked the link. Most likely, I probably went directly to the page to see what it was.
Let me double check, because this.
Yeah, I feel like
we're a page off.
Didn't we do this?
Yeah, we did, because I think I wrote it down and we continued on for a little bit longer.
You did.
A couple of things that you want.
Yeah, because I was getting a little saucy with it.
Refused.
I refused.
Imagine that.
Yeah, there was. Oh my God, this was yesterday's content.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I really have.
it was. All of it is.
I have tipped the bucket and I've gone insane.
Because I want to go anywhere, be out in public. My thumbs in regards to that synopsis.
Closest friend next to you.
Now I need to. I wonder
Let me
if
go to 280. I think maybe I wrote down the wrong number. That she'll get a lawyer right after me if I say her name, but honest record because Marla court reported it was. Oh yeah. So was that 5 or 6?
Oh
4?
God, we were all the way up to 10.
Oh yeah.
We were way
Yeah,
up to 10. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll go to 280 because that
Thank
was.
God
was
I've not lost my mind fully.
No, I was like, man, I know we read part of this, but I didn't realize we read
I was
that much.
I was waiting for a little break in the action because when you said deja vu, I'm like, yeah, that's because y'all read this yesterday.
Yeah, we are.
Well, I don't know what happens from one day to the next.
what
I'm
time we're
glad I
going to
caught it.
today?
I'm just glad.
Well, if you don't
410,
know, now you know.
20, and then it was 283. So I'm stopping it. You said 10 minutes. 405, Exhibit 6, because testify truthfully. We already went through that. Yeah, last night, man, I drank like a huge glass of water and then went back and refilled it and got another huge glass of water. I was fading.
You're like a camel.
Oh man, felt like it. And let's see, in this situation, I feel I'm safe as I did before the
Financially,
situation.
keep going.
Mm-hmm. Terrible, hard to work
Oh,
with, and
This
we
is
were
why
on
he dumped you.
312. We were on like page 312. I've gone back and looked at the footage.
okay.
You've looked.
I've looked at the footage.
We have
and-
documentation.
Oh, we have
Wow.
documentation that we had gone all the way to page 312.
Okay. And
We really hit it hard
Yep.
yesterday.
Yep,
Yes, we
I remember
did.
this.
Oh,
Mhm.
yes, we did. We hit it so hard.
Along on the page was commentary of the viz, saw things, statements, videos, putting my little comedic emojis.
I don't remember
in
the
that.
Amanda. Do I remember that?
Yeah,
I
I
remember
don't remember
that.
that either. We'll start at the very top here.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Now I remember
yeah.
it. Okay.
Yeah, she's no
It's a
longer
good thing you
victim's
bought tater
advocate.
tots tonight.
Oh, thank goodness. I need all the energy I can get, for a long, long night here in the cold.
All right. So basically a little synopsis of what happened is this person is no longer the victim's advocate. What was her name? It was Amanda, right?
Amanda
I believe it was.
Martin.
Amanda Martin.
Yeah.
I think.
Yes, no longer victim's advocate. Have to go back. Okay, do that, please. I'll talk to you later about it. Okay, that's very interesting. And then you responded to John Cook saying, I don't want to speak for you about your court date. I'm just documenting his videos.
Correct. Basically what
I was
I was doing all along on my page was commentary on the videos. Like what I saw, things, statements in the videos, putting a little of my comedic little emojis and things. That's just what I was doing in my commentary and putting little bits of town hall evidence mostly.
all right, understood.
And that's all I wanted to do at that point. And he wanted me to do more. And I didn't want to do that.
Now, this looks like it's your Facebook account, right? At the bottom here, you've blocked John.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've had very little interaction after he started saying some of these things.
So when you told him that basically you were telling him that you were just a journalist here, right?
Yeah.
And he's in response to that, he says, okay, so there's no reason for me to be on this page anymore. Talk to you, bye.
And he would want me to do things that I didn't want to do. And if I didn't do it, he would get angry at me.
That happened more than once.
Yes.
And after he said, talk on you, bye, was that the last communication you had with Mr. Cook?
Well, we may have had a little bit more after that. And then shortly after that, nothing.
And how short was it? Okay.
Except if she was on the phone with me occasionally, which was, mostly in the beginning, he would be in the background.
Right behind her, right? And then you would be able to hear things that he was saying.
Would sometimes interject or make statements in the background. Sometimes they were negative statements toward me.
Oh, so while you're talking to her, Miss Preston, Mr. Cook is making negative statements about you in her background.
Yes. And she would say, oh, he's just very abusive and
the child was there too?
Yeah.
Can you recall what some of these negative things Mr. John was saying about you in her background?
Well, you couldn't quite make out the words, but he was angry in his voice toward me.
Okay. All right. Hang on.
And that made me feel uncomfortable, but I still believed in trying to help her at that point. I felt his treatment of her made me want to help her more, if that makes any sense.
Sure, you were thinking that Miss Preston's is experiencing this.
Desperate
Is what?
is desperate, in need of great help.
Okay. Next one here. Can you see this one?
Yes. Oh. Counsel, I just want to confirm. Was that the last one? The message with Mr. John Cook? Was that the Exhibit 11?
Yes.
Okay.
And this is 12 right here. Look at it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you again. Thank you.
Oh, you just barely get away with this, sir. Grab my water bottle. Can I just grab my water bottle real quick? It's right over there.
Oh, sure. Go ahead. We'll wait.
Oh, just going to grab it really quick over here. Take a quick drink. Okay, I'm here.
All right. This next one, this is off of your Facebook again.
Yeah.
And it's still there as we speak, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Who is the gray? Is that you or is that Miss Preston?
It's Preston.
And she says to you,
We need to expose him. He gets to go under. I want to see him off YouTube permanently.
Yes.
who is the he that Miss Preston is talking about?
Jeremy Hales.
Okay. And this was June 27th, 2023, right?
I wasn't as heavily involved in her case at that time. I was still looking and listening and mostly inquiring about the town hall case in the early stages of whatever this was.
So is it fair to say that while you were concentrating mostly on the town hall cases, Miss Preston wanted to redirect you towards telling you that she wants to see Jeremy Hales off YouTube permanently and she wants to expose him? He needs to go under.
Yes.
You know, we're going to take a 5-minute break, okay?
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you.
5 minutes. Back at 3:50.
Yes, sir. Okay. I'm going to take us off the record. The time is 3:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Off the record.
Okay. Well, we're off the record.
Oh, we are back on the record. The time is 3:58 Eastern Standard Time.
Okay. Hi, Miss Wolf. We took a little longer break there, but I'm going to try to stopping in about 5 minutes. All right. Can you keep up with that? Can you see the screen now? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Barely hear you.
Yes, sir.
All right. So this is a Facebook chat with you and Miss Preston, right?
Yes.
And on June 27th, 2023, she said to you,
We need to expose him. He needs to go under. I want to see him off YouTube permanently.
Yes.
and then at the bottom, this is why I show this, because she said,
I guess he found him or his fans did.
do you know what she is talking about?
No, I would have to go back and look and see what she was referring to.
Okay, that one. Go to the next. Yeah, we covered all of these in your testimony. That's good. All right. Okay. All right, Miss Wolf. By the way, would you say it's fair? It's fair that you're someone who has a lot of knowledge about this case.
Yes.
All right. And you interacted a lot in this case with Mr.
Yes.
Manson,
Yes.
right? So here's a Facebook chat between yourself and John Cook. This is August 21st, 2023, right?
Yes.
Mr. Cook said to you, I'm going to start blocking a lot of the trolls. I don't need to listen to them anymore. It's your story. Oh, by the way, there's no sign of the door. There were 3 cars there. Do you know what he's talking about?
A town train. I mean hall.
A town train hall. Train. Yes.
Town hall. Yes.
But still, what is that? What does he mean? By the way, there's no sign on the door. There's 3 cars there. What's he talking about? This is August 21st, 2023.
They said there were something was going on at town hall.
And
something was going on at town hall with several cars that were there.
oh, okay. Let's go to the next one. Hang on.
Counsel, are you marking these or just showing them?
Well, I'm not marking them yet. There was nothing really there. Okay. This one will be. This next one will be the next exhibit. Okay. Can you see that, Miss Wolf?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So he's talking about Lizzie again. Have you ever met a Lizzie? Lizzie?
No.
He says, I almost wrote something very nasty after Lizzie posted his last bit, probably, and it would have been real bad. Not kind of like I wrote about Martha the last time.
Oh, he referred to Lizzie as Jeremy.
That's weird. So in all these messages that we've been seeing, I've seen Lizzie's name a lot. He called Mr. Cook calls Jeremy Hales Lizzie.
One of the Lizzies.
He said
he said was Jeremy pretending to be a different Lizzie.
Right, because Lizzie could be a female name, right?
Yeah, yes.
But here it is. Lizzie posted his. Okay, so this will be the next exhibit.
Yeah, this Lizzie that he referred to here, he was saying was Jeremy.
Okay, thank you. We'll go to the next one. Sorry, this will be the next one as an exhibit.
Exhibit marked 14 for identification.
Mr. Cook says to you on August 21st, 2023, I'm under control. If H wasn't around, I would have shot him in the face already and fed him to an alligator. So I'm blocking Lizzie. He'll have to come at me with one of his other sock puppets. If is that what they call them?
He's referring to Jeremy.
Thank you. Did you get that as the next exhibit, court reporter?
Yes. Exhibit 14.
And I just want to say that right there, that right there is a hell of a threat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
And if H wasn't around, he would have no. That's going to show cause. Okay.
And I didn't see all of his texts, that he was sending, because I went back to read them and I approached him on that text. I didn't read that text. At the bottom, you can see lower down. I don't know if I sent that to you. I probably just have it.
Okay. No. Oh, you did. Oh my God, I've got it. Okay. I got one more minute. I'm going to wrap it up here. Oh my God, hang on.
Okay. I found that one to be very alarming when I went back and read, though, again, because it's something.
I want to have him. I understand, Miss Wolf. Mr. Manskin is going to get to talk, ask you questions in a minute. So you're familiar with Rule 26 of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure?
No.
Do you know what they say in 261A1 that initial disclosure, except as exempt or as otherwise stipulated or ordered by the court, a party must, without awaiting a discovery request, provide to other parties the name and, if known, the address and telephone number of each individual likely to have discoverable information along with the subject of their information that the disclosing party may use to support its claims or defenses unless the use would be solely for impeachment. Okay, so you didn't know that, right?
I don't know what the fuck you were just saying.
Well, what he's saying is pretty important because unless except as exempted by otherwise stipulated or ordered by the court, a party must, without awaiting a discovery request, provide other parties the name and, if known, the addresses, telephone number of each individual likely to have discoverable information. Oh, that's pretty important. And he says, is that right?
Correct.
Okay. Now, last one. Very last one. You definitely have knowledge of this case, correct?
Yes, sir. I have pretty much been all along collecting information in real time as it went along.
And this is the final exhibit right here. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you see your name on this list?
Okay. Well, let me see. Michelle Preston? No.
Do you see Patty Plummer's name on this list?
No.
Okay, at this time, I don't have any further questions. I'm going to let Mr. Manskin. He has to stop in 10 minutes at 4:15. Go ahead. Are you ready for this?
Thank you very much. I'm right now that this ain't going to continue beyond today.
You're very underwater-ish. What?
I am correct. You ain't in agreement. We're done. No, you're not stopping sooner than you would have because of any scheduling issue. Am I right?
I am done. Yes. You're eating up your time, counselor.
Cross-examination by Mr. Manskin. All right, this is me. All right. So a couple of questions. When did you get the what we refer to as the 4 violations report? Was it before June 3rd, 2024, which is the date of the live stream on YouTube, MLS?
I have to write this down because I don't know.
Well, let me rephrase. Do you know whether you had already procured, or do you know what I'm referring to, the 4 violations report?
Can you give me the date again, please?
The report itself was dated sometime, I believe, in January of 2024. It's the report where 4 violations alleged by Mr. Hales are discussed, including the 10 feet violation, among others.
May I ask for the date that you just gave me in June, please?
June 3rd. It's the date of the live stream onto YouTube that you appeared on MLS and I appeared on MLS. Do you have it before that time or not?
I do not know what report you're referring to. I would have to check my records.
You don't know the report that was the subject of the chats that you were shown already as exhibits that you claimed I had blamed you for the contempt order because you hadn't provided it sooner.
Did you ask me for any reports?
This is a deposition and you answer with an answer, not another question.
You motherfucker.
So my question is, do you know the report that I'm referring to that was discussed in the chats that was already been shown as exhibits today? Yes or no? Do you know the report I'm referring to? Yes or no?
I do not understand what you're referring to as me having a report in June. No, I would have to go back and look at what reports I have collected tonight.
I'm only trying to find out if you know which report I'm referring to.
No, I don't know.
And then we can,
No.
So, as you sit here, your testimony is you're not aware of a police report from Levy County Sheriff's Office from January of 2024 that discusses 4 reported violations by Jeremy and George of the contempt order, of which the reporting officer found to be unfounded. Weird.
I collected reports one at a time during each incident, so I do not know what you're referring to.
Oh, yes, you do, but that's okay. I'm not going to waste any more time on that. The next question is...
You motherfucker. Accusations towards me on a public
And
record.
the next question is... Do you, a lot of exhibits today were private chats of which you were a party to, yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, they were chats.
They were chats.
I'm sorry, for 1 second.
What in the hell are you doing here?
What a dipshit. Oh, is Mr.
Is-
Shockett
is
still
Mr.
here?
Yeah,
What?
I am. I just get tired of
So my question is, the chance of the show today during your direct examination of conversations involving you also includes some deleted messages from you, correct?
Well, because I had deleted those in 2023 as far as John Cook's messages because they were sharing my private messages back then.
And not just those John Cook messages, but other conversation of which
Yes.
you were asked questions today. Excuse me.
Yes.
Let me finish my freaking question. I'd like to finish my question. Why can't I finish my question? You're not letting me finish my question. Other than the John Cook messages that were shown most recently, there were other chats shown today as exhibits that you were asked and questions that you would have had messages from you that have been deleted, correct?
You need to show me which messages you're referring to so I know what chats they were.
Any.
Well, some chats I was told to delete and some I wasn't.
Oh, so you're confirming that there was some chats shown today that you showed private chats, but they didn't include deleted messages from you, correct?
Some of the chats I was told to delete, so yes.
Thank you. No more question.
I'm gonna be redirecting this dumbassery. I mean, some of these points, but go ahead.
I think he...
Mr. Matzkin, you're muted, Boomer. You know that. We can't hear a damn thing you're saying, which is probably a good thing.
I said no more questions.
Oh, okay.
Redirect examination by Mr. Shockett. And I'll let you go ahead and continue on there, Voss.
Sure. I just have one follow-up now. Who told you to delete messages?
Michelle Preston, Marla Hughes, Patty Plumer.
Anyone else?
Well, I don't know if Bruce did. Let me just think. But I don't think Bruce did. So it was Patty Plumer, Lynette, and Michelle Preston, whatever the hell her name is. I think that would be, and Marla.
And Marla Hughes?
Yes.
And when you say Lynette, Michelle Preston, you mean the defendant in this case, Miss Preston?
Yes.
Okay, so I have nothing further. I don't want to say it's my deposition. I tell you, you have the right to allow the court reporter to transcribe this transcript, and you would have a right to review it if you chose to. And you can correct your answers if you chose to via what's called an errata sheet.
A what sheet?
Errata. Or you can waive that right. Which would you like to do, ma'am?
Can you say that again, please? I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Any witness in a deposition.
I'm gonna head out. You guys finish up the housekeeping. I gotta pick up my daughter. Have a
What did
nice
you
day.
just do? What did
Isn't
you
that what
just
you
do?
just did?
Isn't that what you did an hour ago?
Professionalism.
What the?
Bye.
Oh, Mr. Matzkin, before you leave, can I just confirm whether or not you'll be taking a copy of the transcript?
Well, probably not, but I'll let you know. And of course, if so, I have to order it and pay for it. Am I right?
Yes.
I appreciate everything today. Thank you so much. Since question is done, I'll let the housekeeping go on without me.
Need to go on here. I want.
Because I'm getting calls from my daughter to pick her up. I would like to do so. Thank you very much.
What the hell
Everybody,
were you
I'm
doing
gonna
an
go.
hour ago?
I'm ordering the transcript, Mr. Matzkin. I'm ordering the transcript.
Yeah, very good.
Okay, you can order.
Have a good one, everybody.
Counsel, we're still on the record, just so you know. Have a good one.
Oh, I'm here. Yeah. So I'm just starting to find out here. So you have a right to read this transcript after the court reporter.
Yes, sir.
And if you do, you can make changes to it.
Sure.
Okay, so you want to read?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now court reporter, can you make sure you have her contact information so you can reach out to her?
Okay. Just one moment. Oh, she'll be reading. Once we go off the record, I will get an email.
Thank you.
And, Mr. Sackett, you'll be ordering, correct?
Oh, yes, we will definitely be ordering. Yes, we will. And I would like that regular delivery.
Oh, regular delivery. Okay. And then I'm going to take us off the record. The time is 4:14 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Deposition concluded at 4:14 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And of course,
We're done!
She signs it, and we are done with that.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Ooh,
imagine
40
that.
minutes.
Imagine
That's
that.
not bad.
He took all this time arguing and causing havoc, saying, I got to go pick up my daughter. Go pick up my daughter. And now at the end of the deposition, I got to go pick up my daughter.
Yeah, because
I mean-
I thought that was the whole purpose of him taking the break.
Yeah.
Was
the
because he
3:15
had to
break.
get his daughter, and then all of a sudden at the end he's like, "Yeah, I gotta go get my daughter." I'm
No,
confused.
it wasn't about that. This was a ploy for him to throw her off. So that way things weren't fresh in her mind, and was hoping because Shockett was on a groove like throughout that whole thing. He was just hitting every single point that he could, trying to get it all done. And
then to ask, were there other messages that were deleted? I'm like, is that relevant, sir? Thank you.
That was his whole cross.
Yeah.
Was asking her about deleted messages.
Okay, so what if they are? What's the relevance to deleted messages? Because I guarantee the other people have got screenshots just like she did.
Yeah.
So what's the relevance to that question even? There was none.
Just
Except
being
for a
an ass.
tactic. Yeah, it's just being a tactic.
God.
People,
Just
humans,
so ridiculous.
humans. I'm gonna go back to my mothership and.
Yeah. So just want to. Okay, so I have something here, and I'm not gonna show it, but I'm gonna sort of read a synopsis of it because I haven't blocked out any of the email addresses, and
Gotcha.
I mean it is a court filing, but I still don't want to have
Still.
that in there.
Yeah.
What it is there is a response to document request, and this is from Ducey to Shock. It says, I separately emailed you the following link to several screen records of messages between Miss Preston and Mr. Hales, as well as others. And this I can show. So this is what was sent. I stand on the list of objections, although provided. He goes down through this whole list of different things that aren't legal answers to these. I mean, sort of, kind of, but not really. And then the response was, counsel, we will be filing a motion to compel production of documents absent a sufficient response from you on or before the close of business tomorrow. At the very last minute, you filed essentially nothing with boilerplate objections. This will be shown to the magistrate. Now that came from Shockit. So
that's why they filed the motion to compel them to provide evidence.
Yes, because here,
discovery.
let me pull this up right
Okay.
here, just so you can see, and I can stop before I get to the end of it. So these were the boilerplate refers to standard phraseology of common objects that encompass most objectionable requests. I listed only those which I believe are applicable to each given request. Like this is bullshit right here. So this is what the Shockit's pleading was about. Him sending bullshit that said, I stand on the list of objections, although provided communications are responsive. Same. I honestly can't understand what this is seeking. Same. You want to invade her history of phone calls, contact people, generate content. You want to invade her entire history of phone calls so you can contact people to generate content. That is not at all a legal answer whatsoever. That's being obstruction. That is obstructive right there. Same. What does refute to mean? It makes no sense. It's not for her to refute. Whether this refers to refuting, she claims she made comments, or refuting the comment itself, it's for your client to prove she made comments and they're actionable. I honestly don't know what you're seeking here. So he sent a request for documents, and we're going to go into what those requests for documents are.
What?
Because he's a dumbass.
Like the one that said, why isn't this privileged?
Well, it is. It is.
So this is shocking.
No, that was one of his answers.
Let me, because I'm a little slow on the uptake this late in the week.
Okay, that's fine.
That was Shockit's response to Matzkin. Regarding
no, that was
Matzkin.
Matzkin. That was Matzkin's response to Shockit. After Shockit sent what I'm going to show you.
Okay.
So this right here is,
I'm confused right now.
They're both identical. Is what?
I'm confused.
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 You never heard that before?
Let's see. Let me show you here what I'm talking about.
There's
And this is Matzkin right here. Defendant Lynette's first request for production, instruction, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So this is, here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this is the response that was filed, and they're basically the same thing between Lynette and between John. They're almost the same exact thing. Like they're just copied and pasted.
Oh, dang. I would have to print them out and put them side by side and then go through each with different colored highlighter pens and see how much of them mirror each other.
You down
They do. They're almost identical.
You down with OCD? Yeah, you know me.
Yeah. Okay. So these are the requests right here. Request number 1, all documents and communications related to any allegations in this matter, including but not limited to all communications you have with any person or entity named in the complaint or named in plaintiff's response in opposition to your motion for summary judgment, including all exhibits attached here too. Okay, there too. So the whole list of documents that he had of all of those pictures, of all the statements that were made by her, all of the stuff that are in the initial complaint, and his objections are: the request is overly broad, unduly burdensome, not reasonably calculated to lead to discovery of admissible evidence, is vague or ambiguous, is broad in scope, and lacks sufficient specificity to know what is demanded. So here's the thing. They made statements to people, and then they hit them. And that's what they want. And then we go to number 2, which is basically going down through, and this gets more specific right here, not overly broad. It says, all documents, communications relating to plaintiff by name or otherwise that you have had with any other persons, entity, including without limitation the following people: Russell Meeks, your co-defendant, which would have been John Crook, Marla Hughes, Melissa Lemmerman, plaintiff Jeremy Brian Hales, Therese Granger, Martha Rizik, Stephen Granger, Amanda Martin, former victim's advocate, Rhett Cunningham, Mary DeGroot, former Otter Creek clerk, Deanna West, Don Servino, former Otter Creek council member, Stuart Stewart, former Otter Creek council member, Steve Warm, former Otter Creek attorney.
Stewart? What
Yeah,
a
his
horrible
real
name.
Stewart.
That's a real name?
Yes, his name is really Stewart.
That's funny.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I shouldn't. Sorry, brother. I know childhood was hard.
Adulthood's
Stewart.
hard.
Well, just think, you could call him Stewart, and you could be saying his first name or his last name.
Stewie.
That is
Stewie,
true.
Stewie.
Come here, little
Would make
it
Stewie.
easier.
Stewie.
Yeah, Thomas Collins, Zim Paget, Marcia Gale, mother of Lynette Michelle Lacey, Alexis Preston, Patty Hales,
God,
and
what
look
a
at
name.
the list of names. These are all the people that she's had communications with about this. Okay. And they want to have copies of those communications because those communications will prove her defamatory language.
Holy cow.
Jamie
Okay.
Johnson.
And yeah, I mean, this list goes on and on and on. I mean, look at that. This is
Gee.
Yeah.
Go back. I was reading through the names.
Oh, you're looking at them
up here at the top.
No. Go back down toward the end.
down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep on rolling.
There you go.
Yeah, there's a list.
I was interested in the one who assisted with obtaining Winn-Dixie food. That would be, was he the, did he carry out the bags?
so
what
there,
did he
there was somebody that lost their job over this. So what they were doing
No freaking way.
as the food was expired food, they were handing the food out the back of the Winn-Dixie and taking it over to her. And she was supposedly feeding animals with it, but the problem was she was feeding drug dealers supposedly on her property with expired food.
Wow.
And
You're
that
kidding me.
right there.
So
That right there would get Winn-Dixie in trouble if that stuff shows
yeah, because
up and
it's not
somebody
meant
gets
for
food
human
poisoning.
consumption. They're supposed to dispose of it properly according to, I don't know anything about grocery.
She
I'm
said
making
she
this.
was using it to feed her turtles with.
Oh my.
But
Right.
apparently, according to some people, she might not have been doing that. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I gotta-
Holy French.
Yeah, let me bring this up here.
Oh, local flea
that
market
was-
vendor.
Yeah, local flea market vendor. I believe I
I
can fly.
believe
I can touch the
fly.
sky.
believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky.
I love it.
Spread
Sing
my
on.
wings and fly away.
Think about it every night and day.
God bless Lesko.
Let's go. You're so awesome. I got you, brother. I got you back. Oh my God. Spread my wings and fly away.
Spread my wings and fly away.
Oh my God, you're so awesome, Brandon. Oh, I reserve the right to complain. Nobody swear for the next 5 minutes. Oh,
Interesting.
oh yeah. Dine and dumpster diving. At least with Brandon, you don't dine
Ew.
alone.
Pretend it's
Ew.
Yeah.
croutons.
I
Croutons.
hear they're full of protein.
Pop.
Yeah, whenever you see and this is a list of people that she's probably sent messages to talking crap about Jeremy. They don't care about anything other than what if states. It's very specific at the top, but his response to this, of course, is as I showed earlier, was right here was I stand on list objections, although the provided communications are responsive and same.
Yeah, so that
Okay,
one
so
was listed as same.
Right. And this one here, the number 3, all documents relating to any statement attributed to you in the complaint or in plaintiff's response in opposition to your motion for blah, blah, blah. Let's see what it was. Response with this is the request. All documents related to any statement attributed to you, him, Bruce, or you, and the complainant, or in plaintiff's response in opposition to your motion for summary judgment, including all exhibits attached to, including but not limited to all documents and communications related to any investigation into the truth or falsity of any statement attributed to you in the complaint or in the plaintiff's response in opposition to your motion for summary judgment, including all exhibits by you or anyone else. And it says
it's the same objections.
Is this normal for your eyes to cross when you're reading this kind of stuff?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure I wasn't having like a cerebral.
All documents, communications, carrying the
accident.
steps you've taken to preserve documents and communications relevant to this lawsuit, including documents and communications responsive to these requests. And of course, what do they say? I'm going to close that right there because it says, honestly, I can't understand what this is seeking. Well, it's seeking all documents, communications concerning the steps you have taken to preserve documents and communications relevant to this lawsuit.
It's kind of like establishing a chain of custody.
Yes.
Or at least, yeah. Huh.
So here's the thing that my wife taught me whenever I first started working for her. Whenever I didn't understand something, she would tell me, read it again. And then if you still don't understand,
and then she would say, Shizzy, stop touching me there.
Shizzy, I'm going to get the ruler out. Read it again.
We are on work time. You're not allowed to do that.
Then she would tell me, if you don't understand it, then read it again. And read it a 4th time if you still don't get it. And then if you still don't get it after
I'm going to be reading all night.
Well, no,
I've read this damn thing 10 times. I still don't get it. Okay.
Yeah,
what's my punishment, mistress?
Well, usually that's what happens is your eyes get crossed and you don't focus on what's being asked. And that is what Bubbles has the inability to do, is to read something, understand what's being asked of him. Just like anybody, like he's almost like a lay lawyer. He lays low until he can find somebody to make some money off of. All phone records sufficient to show all phone numbers and providers you used during the relevant time periods, and all documents including phone billing records showing the calls you made or received during the relevant time period relating to the allegations in the complaint or in the plaintiff's response. So basically, we need all your phone records of all the bullshit phones that you've used, because you use a lot of burner phones, because she goes through phones all the fucking time. And what he says is, same, you want to invade her entire history of phone calls so you can contact people to generate content. No, that's not what it says there at all. All phone records sufficient to show all phone numbers and providers you used during the relevant time period, and all documents, including phone billing records showing the calls you made or received during the relevant time period relating to the allegations. This is very specific. During the time period relating to the allegations in the complaint. There's a very specific time in that he's looking for. Okay. Saying, and if you read the initial complaint, it tells you the dates that she defamed him from this time to this time. That's what he's after. He's after that information. Megan and Tug Raid. Hello, my peeps.
Hey, Wendy.
Lono. We've got.
Yeah. My eyes really are crossed. Do you see what I did there?
Yeah.
As you
But
But
that does that make sense now though? Does that make sense what he's asking
yes,
for?
sir.
Like,
Sure does.
Because apparently he doesn't.
That's why I don't even play a lawyer on TV. I
read these things enough that I understand what they're asking.
Yeah.
Welcome, Tug Raiders. Welcome.
So basically, they're asking for, we need the communications during this set time period.
Yes,
which
very
shows
specific.
all the defamatory language that has been communicated.
Yeah, we don't need to know what phone she had after this, what phone she had before this. We need to know the phone numbers and the billing so we can track down and follow this whole chain of bullshit that you've been spreading.
We don't need to know what you ordered on DoorDash.
I have a question. So can Matzkin make the same request of Okay. So this is only the plaintiff who can make the request for all the communications related to the defamation allegation.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
maybe
they can
it is making sense, man.
Yeah, there's certain requests that they can make for certain things, but it has to be very specific.
Okay.
It becomes, because you have to understand is they don't have to prove anything.
Right.
No,
yeah.
she
The plaintiff doesn't
doesn't
have to prove anything, right?
No, defense doesn't have to prove anything.
It's civil.
Yeah.
The defense doesn't have to prove anything. They don't.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Now, so if they withhold this kind of information and these requests are made and the judge says, are these all the phone calls? Or these the only phone messages that were made? And they leave a phone number out of this and they find that phone number is associated to her because she left a message, then she would be held in contempt. And she would have been perjuring herself, and most likely a jury wouldn't see that as a very good thing, especially if they have multiple phones that they have the numbers on. See, you have to understand, they're asking these questions because they already have the phone numbers.
Yeah.
You don't ask these things unless you already have that information. So him not providing it is just going to fuck his client.
Okay.
Like 10 ways to Sunday. I saw a super chat came in here. Let me hit that real quick. It was, that was Wendy Bone. I got you. Did someone send a super sticker? No, it was just Wendy. Got you. Okay. Yeah. And so that's really what he's doing here, is just looking down through these documents, communications sufficient to identify all usernames, handles, aliases, or any other identifiers you have ever used on social media to publish information about the plaintiff by name or otherwise, which they should be showing this because they have that information. Okay. The reason they're asking is because they already have the information, but if you don't provide it, that doesn't look too good to a jury.
Like, we know Honey Boo Boo 6969 is you. Okay.
Yeah. We already know that's you. And you denying it or saying, I don't know anything about it. And then whenever they have the proof and they show that it was you, oh, my bad.
And my apologies to whoever Honey Boo Boo 6969 actually is. Because I know there's somebody out there with that name. There's got.
We know that's you. We know it.
Shh, girl, what you saying?
Well, he's talking about request number 6. What is refute to? All documents and communication which you are aware that refute to a refute. He meant to. I'm pretty sure that means refer to any statement. It was a scriber's error.
Yes.
And of course, he's right. What does refute mean? It makes no sense. It's not for her to refute. Whether it is refers, this refers, that's the word. to
Mhm.
refuting. She made the claims and comments, refuting the comments. So for your client to prove she made comments, blah, 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 blah. So
That was his
just
longest
Yeah.
response.
Mhm.
And then, of course, same, I'm not sure. Of course, he doesn't have it here, anything. He just basically types the same thing in for each one. The request is overly broad, burdensome, vague, ambiguous, lacks
Mhm.
sufficient specificity to know what is
Yeah.
demanded, blah, 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 blah. Seeks to impose duties beyond those arising under federal civil rules procedure, which is not true. And then response without waiving objections, message saved by Miss Press or Miss Hales will be produced. It does, yeah, but these are the only ones that are saved by her. Well, I only saved 2.
Right.
Yeah.
But if there's more out there.
Yeah, that's why he put a request out on all of these.
Right.
That's on every single one of these, and that's the only one that he responded to. Response. RFP number 7, documents and communications sufficient to identify all usernames, handles, alias, and other identifiers. I already went over that one. Number 8, all documents and communications that you have produced to Levy County, Florida, and to any other federal or state governmental agency about the plaintiff. Let me read that again. All documents and communications that you produced to Levy County, Florida, and or to any other federal or state governmental agency about the plaintiff. That would include complaints. That would include like
Police
filings
reports.
done against police
Yeah.
reports. All of that stuff to be turned over. And of course, it says overly blah, 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 blah. He's using boilerplate language on each one of these. He just basically copied and paste and saying, I ain't answering shit for you. And then, of course, right here, it says, not sure what you're seeking. You produced her state filing, court filings to us. Your client obtains all police records. They're requesting anything because there might be something out there that they don't know about. Of course, they may, but you still have to produce. Whenever they're asking for things, you're supposed to produce them, whether they already have them or not. Dumbass. All engagement letters and invoices and documents otherwise sufficient to identify all attorneys with whom you've had an attorney-client relationship in connection with any civil litigations in which you are a party or any civil or criminal litigation, grand jury testimony, and or state federal investigations relating to the plaintiff by name or otherwise. And what do they say? Why isn't this privileged?
Because it'd be public record.
Yeah, it would be public record. It doesn't have to be privileged. So produce it. It's not that hard. Oh, geez, what a dumbass. Number 10. All documents, communications upon which you plan to rely to assert the existence of any privileges, including the attorney-client work product and common interest privileges.
So is he
Now-
kind of like asking for the contract where they drew
No.
up like a contract for agreement for him?
No.
Okay.
What they're looking for is any documents, communications upon which you plan to rely to assert the existence of any privileges, including the attorney-client work product and common interest privileges. This is basically saying anything that you're going to rely on. Okay. That is to assert the existence of privileges. Yeah, I guess that would be the contract.
That's
That makes
exactly
sense.
what it is.
Yeah. I'm like,
I had to think about it as I read through.
I'm
it.
double. I'm
So-
seeing triple now.
So it sounds like what they're wanting to do is establish a timeline of when
Yeah,
he
establish a timeline when
officially
he-
became
yeah.
the attorney.
Yeah. I can see the
Well-
merit in that. What is his response to that request?
What was that request number
Shit.
10?
10.
Okay.
And again, it's so unspecific as to
No,
be
it's
unanswered.
not. If you have a contract, it is dated and signed.
That sounds pretty specific to me.
If you have entered an agreement to represent someone
It'll be
as an
dated, signed,
attorney,
and notarized.
yes. What the
What date did
fridge?
Well, there's a reason why that
Oh,
he
he
doesn't
doesn't
want
want
to give that
He doesn't
information.
want to give that information.
Because if he was in a
gee.
contract with her before,
Well, plus, and this would be the reason too. If there's any communications out there that he's saying, no, that's privileged, but there's no proof yet that he had become the attorney, then
Right.
it's not privileged.
Right. So, in fact, I feel like this request almost kind of, in a weird way, would protect Bruce
Yeah.
by giving him that umbrella of, okay, you are in fact operating as an attorney in this situation, so you are correct. This is privileged.
But
If we have
Right.
proof that you actually entered into agreement of representation, but if we don't have any proof,
Right.
here's
If you
the thing.
nothing's
entered
privileged.
in as representative at the very beginning of this,
yeah,
Here's the
if
thing,
you were
though.
representing her at the very beginning of it, everything about this then is attorney work client privilege, and those communications would be under privilege. Now, if it was after this, any of that communication would not be privileged.
Well,
All
here's
the
the
communication before.
here's the issue, though. Here's the issue, though. They're trying to set up is any of those communications that have been mentioned. If he is not the attorney yet, it does not fall under attorney-client privilege because there is no contract.
exactly.
It sounds like he does not want to limit the scope of when he had privileged communication.
Bruce,
Yes.
you're meaning he.
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
let me ask this question because
No,
I have a
that's-
brain cell that's still working. Can you enter into a verbal agreement and contract with an attorney, or do you have to have a signed contract to?
You, I don't know the law in Florida,
No.
but I would assume
But he's not a
assume as-
practicing attorney in Florida, though. Is he?
Correct.
Yeah, but he was acting in Pro Hoc Vice, and that would have, or he signed on at Pro Hoc Vice.
Mhm.
So I mean, that's where I think he doesn't want to give that information out, because it's going to show that he might have been doing something like ambulance chasing that is going to probably not look too good to a jury, that he came in and basically sought her out instead of her seeking him out.
Well, and that was the question I was going to ask. Is there any documentation, any proof showing that either he approached her or she approached him? And I'm not talking about speculation. I'm talking about actual proof.
Well, he said that he's solicitor. He said that
I don't
on
care what
tape.
he said.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Hey, I can only go by what he said, out of the
Yeah.
words out of his own mouth.
Yeah.
That
That he
sought
approached
her
her.
out.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, if there's text messages or whatever showing that, yes, he said he sought her out, then yeah, that's documentation.
Yeah, all of these points are why they need the date of the contract.
Correct.
Exactly.
Correct.
Yes, and out of her mouth too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter unless it's down on paper. Then it's just absolute BS.
Right. Exactly.
And trust me, the amount of BS that those two throw out of their mouths, you could like fertilize half of Asia with it. Oh.
All right.
Now
Moving on.
Okay, moving on to number 11. Documents sufficient to show the number of online views and or impressions of any posts on any of your social media accounts, including but not limited to YouTube accounts, Rumble accounts, Twitter accounts, and Facebook accounts during the relevant time period. Now, what this goes to show, okay, these impressions of any posts on those social media accounts, anything like that, goes to show her defamatory statements. And that it wasn't just, it was that there was multiple people that saw it.
Right. Right.
Okay. And of course, he's going to say here, what is it that he says? That was number 11. This information is the same as anyone can see. She doesn't have any additional unless you can explain what else you're seeking. They're seeking you to provide that. That's what they're seeking. RFP
It sounds
number
like
12.
it sounds like from, I mean, so far, just outside looking in, it sounds like, well, you all need to produce your own evidence instead of making us do it. That's what it sounds like in the response. Kind of like, okay, y'all have this information. You can get it yourselves. You don't need to ask us for it.
Yeah, but you're still, if they're requesting it.
Oh, I know. I know that part. I'm just talking about the response. That's the impression I get. Now I may be totally wrong, but
yeah, that I think I understand where he's coming from with it, but that'll be something that the judge might have words with. Hey, Shizzy, Diva, Volstorm, how's it going, Wanda? Good to see you. Welcome. Well, and that's something that I guess they'll resolve with their phone call that we won't hear. But if they're back in front of the judge, because there may be things in there that they're trying to hide. Let's see. Our GPS records from either any automobile navigation system or other mobile device sufficient to show your location on May 11th, May 4th through May 14th, 2023. That's very specific. GPS records from either any automobile navigation system or a mobile device sufficient to show your location on May 11th through May 14th. And the response is not applicable, no GPS. But not
there is on the phone. Here.
Yeah, that's exactly.
There's GPS on your phone.
GPS on your phone. There's a GPS in your Jeep. There's a GPS in your damn vehicle. If it's a newer vehicle, it has a GPS in there. And you can get all that information. Because if you say, oh, we can't provide that information, then they'll say, okay, we'll just get a subpoena to get it.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what this is. And then the judge will say, yeah, you have to give them that information, because you're saying there's no way that you could have hung these signs. But look, we have tracking where you stopped at each one of these locations.
Yeah, that would be a reason to have the GPS information.
That's why they don't want to give that information, because that could be very, very damning to them. And it says, what was that, number 13? So number 13, it says,
responded.
We responded. Number 14 and 15, they responded to, which was all documents related to any claim referenced in this lawsuit generated by prepared for review or consulting expert. Think about this. All documents relating to any claim referenced in this lawsuit generated by, prepared for, or reviewed by a consulting expert who is not designated to testify in the trial of this matter, whose opinions or reports have been reviewed by or relied upon by experts who may testify of this in the trial of this matter. And what does he say?
Objection premature. Okay. Is that an objection?
No.
I was like, I've never heard of a premature objection.
Do you know what this means?
Diva's laughing.
Well, most ladies do.
It was a premature objection.
Well, there are quite a few ladies.
I'm sorry, it just went off.
Some of the ladies might object to that premature objection.
Look, if your woman be objecting to premature, you might need to work on that. Maybe go do some squats in the gym, work that out.
Welcome all Fox Raiders. Welcome. Premature objection, not ejection. Oh, geez, Yamaha. Oh my God. No, see, here's the thing, because if there's any documents that they have and he's requesting them and they're saying, oh, that's premature. How is it premature? We want to know what they know.
Well, here's the only reason I think he's stating this is because it says in there who is not designated to testify. Well, they're not going to say who's going to testify yet. That's got to be it.
Or they're not going to. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Oh, I
If
know.
they've got,
I know.
Because see, here's the thing: they've already said that they've got someone that they sent those documents off to, a handwriting expert, and they know that it's been sent off to a handwriting expert. And if they don't turn this evidence over of what he said, then guess what? They can be held in contempt.
Yep.
Because that's a court order. The court can order this shit. The curriculum vitae, including bibliography for each consulting expert who is not designated to testify at the trial of this matter, and whose opinions or reports have been reviewed by or relied upon by experts who may testify at the trial of this matter. And he says the same thing.
Did we already look at one of those?
Uh-huh.
You looked at experts.
It was
or
me and
your
you.
objections.
It was me and you and Yamaha. We looked at one of those, didn't we?
Yeah. There was a wonderful expert that came in. He was, oh yeah, this guy he's so smart. He's out in Texas and he's a handwriting expert. Yeah.
And he will never be
called out really fast.
And he will never be allowed in the state of Tennessee ever again.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All documents used by you for the purpose of refreshing the recollection of any witness prior to testifying at any hearing, deposition, or trial of this matter. Now, this is very specific.
Oh, yes,
all documents.
it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And then his thing is like, objections are valid, as are all the others. They're not those are not valid objections.
No.
Oh.
No, well, can you incriminate yourself though? Like, can the plaintiff's representation request that the defendant incriminate themselves?
That's a civil trial.
Well, I know, but
trial.
See,
It's
damn Law and Order. See what happened to me?
It's not a criminal matter.
It's been broken by that stupid network TV.
Thank you, Victoria. Victoria Whitfield says,
Lovely.
Megan and Tug send their respect. I love those two also. That is for you right there. We're applying up our protective helmet here. Thank you so much, Victoria, for the $5 super chat. And yes, they're absolutely wonderful people. I'm glad to see Megan back on the train.
So the defendant has to bear the burden of proving the affirmative defense. So,
what? I'm sorry. Say that again.
So the defendant has the responsibility to prove an affirmative defense, but they don't have to show proof. They don't carry the burden of proof, but they do have to prove an affirmative defense that they did not do what they're being accused of.
Right.
So
listen,
if they did do what they're being accused of.
That's funny. Sarge Hair of the Dog. Listen, Bruce is one of the most brilliant lawyers there is, and I have property with Ocean View in Indiana. Thank you much for the $5 super chat.
Interesting. How much do you rent your beachfront condo out for? I'm just curious.
Yeah. We're looking for a new place to vacation.
Oceanfront property.
I mean, it's snowy. There's lots of snow. So
like an ocean of snow.
Ocean of snow.
Oh my God.
Snowmageddon.
Greeny veggie beast. There's no need to fear. I'm here. No, what I was doing it again. Thank you so much.
That's how I feel too. I don't.
Oh my God.
What am I doing?
I got you right here. Got you right here. We're blinging it out tonight, guys. Whoop.
Interesting.
Sort of.
What'd you do? What'd you do, man? Don't throw your stuff, man.
Don't throw it around, man.
Oh, man.
Just throwing shit around everywhere.
Be angry. Throw things.
Oh my God. All right. 18. All documents evidencing communications related to your investigation of any claim referenced in this lawsuit. And what does he say? Again, unclear, objectionable for reasons listed.
Okay. Yeah, he's not wanting to show that everything that the plaintiffs is saying has been correct, and they're not going to demonstrate that the plaintiff is correct in there.
Yeah.
And see, once again, he's referencing attorney-client privilege, which goes back to the establishing that date.
Yeah.
Yep.
All documents relating to the plaintiff that you obtained from any source other than the plaintiff, same response. And number 20, all documents in the files of your attorney in this lawsuit dated before the date this complaint was filed with this court relating to plaintiff, including without limitations, communications to third parties. This is a zinger. All documents in the files of your attorney in this lawsuit dated before the date this complaint was filed in this court.
The original date.
That's why it's so important that he shows that contract of when he became her attorney. Each one follows the next. This one right here is pretty much just saying, I have to show all of this information.
Yeah. Well, he's also, tell me if this is an incorrect assumption. So this is kind of also saying what, what is, I won't call him Socket, but that's not his name.
Shock it.
So he's actually saying, here's what I'm going to address in this lawsuit are these items. So here is your opportunity to affirm that is these allegations are not true.
Exactly.
And instead of Matzkin being like, oh well, sure, okay, all of these accusations are false. Here's proof.
Yeah, here's where she was the whole time.
Yeah,
it would have been impossible for her or John Cook to write or hang any signs if GPS shows that they were in Northport, for example, during that entire time. But he can't do that. I'm close to Bruce's level of functionality. Let's take some questions from the chat.
For real. Me too.
Yeah. All right, let's get this in there. Got you there, right there. Let's take some questions. He could just backdate the contract. No, he can't.
Do they have to be notarized? I did once. One time I obtained the services of an attorney. Once. And now I don't remember the process I went through to do it. I called and talked to him. And then I feel like we completed a contract.
There we go. The court can the court assign a first-year lawsuit into LP? They would be far more competent than Bruce. Actually, they probably wouldn't be. And I say this with all due respect that Bruce has been practicing for 25 years. And don't underestimate and think that he's a complete moron coming in here and he doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
He knows what he's doing.
He knows that he's avoiding shit.
He knows how to legally obstruct.
Yes. And that's all that he's doing is he's costing his client money. And there's a reason why he's doing that. Because if they produce these things, it's going to show the effery that was going on, the things that she did. It's going to prove without a reasonable doubt, and they do not want to show that they were doing the crap that they were doing. Lady over on Flea's channel just questioned them about LP, said she vetted her and this is her MO. They all jumped on her, called her name, said she was a troll. How did she vet? By watching What the Hales? Yeah, that's his. I don't even go over there and watch them. I honestly don't. I could care less what they're doing. I really don't. It's like watching two truckers fight it out over a CB radio, and one of them is a really bad smoker and the other one's got a cock in their mouth. That's what it sounds like to me. Just sounds disgusting and horrible, and I just don't want to be any part of it.
Ew.
Just they can do whatever they want to, no matter to me. I was gonna ask about backdating too. No, that right there would be illegal.
Yeah.
That would be highly illegal. And
How do you prove it?
How do you prove it? Because if he was doing things pro hoc vice, he came onto this case pro hoc vice.
Oh, okay,
right?
okay, yeah.
And so if he says, "Oh yeah, I was her attorney back in 3 months before I entered in as her attorney in this case," then that right there would mean that she lied to the court and saying that she didn't have representation.
True.
It would be lying to the court to say a lot of things. Yeah,
well,
she would get in lots of trouble, and as would he.
Well, and here's the thing, and I don't know how this works. How could he be her attorney if she's in Florida and he's in Massachusetts?
Pro hoc vice.
No,
so
but what I'm saying is, how could he be her attorney before he's established under pro hoc vice? He couldn't, could he?
So I had to go to the Googles, and this is a website called AVVO. Some of y'all may know what the heck this is. But the question is, do I need to sign a contract when hiring an attorney? One of the answers says that depends on the state rules of professional conduct. Many states require written engagement agreements. However, even if that is not required in your state, you should request one and closely review the engagement agreement and make sure you clearly understand every single term.
Okay.
If you're doing it legitimately.
And then another answer says, not always mandatory, but recommended so there's no confusion on the terms as to what the attorney will do and what you will be charged for what he or she is to do.
Let's go. Brandon says, I'm qualified for this one. Ever see My Cousin Vinny? Kind of the same, right? Well,
is it?
Sort of. It depends on what the state law is for that. They may require that she has an attorney representing her. You have to understand that. Why would she have an attorney representing her before any of this was filed? Before a response was filed? But according to a lot of Shara's witness testimony, is that they were going after what the Hales long before this suit was filed. They were on the attack of Jeremy before this suit was filed, and was still part of representing her when Mark Feather was representing her, or claiming to represent her, or something of that sort. It goes back much, much further. According to what they've been saying according to what Shara has been saying as a witness to all of this. That raises a lot of questions. That's why they're trying to nail this down. We need to know when you were her attorney, because if you were an attorney prior to this suit, then we need to know that, because that would be some of these communications to be covered under client-attorney privilege. Look up and see what it says about backdating an agreement for an attorney.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That could be an issue. Hey, you're way late. No, you're here just exactly at the correct time that you needed to be here.
We're all mad here. So.
Oh my gosh, I have a video of you, Mary. Mary, I have a video of you.
Yes.
Look, is it not the same people?
It is.
I swear to God, this is a video of them. I got to pull it up now. I've got to pull it up. I am going to share Where is it?
What
I gotta
about the
pull it up.
music, though?
I'm not going to play the music.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I swear to God, this is them. This is so cool. And let me, there you go. There you go. We were just watching a video with her in it. Oh my. Where is it? Where is it? Let me see. Go to the bookmarks. Scroll down. Oh, I could just go exclusively on Rumble, but I'm not doing that to you folks. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. All right. This right here. Where did Mary go? And share this right here. That one right there. That's what I'm sharing. Does that not look like Mary? And that right there, that is them. I swear that's them. Mary, that's you, isn't it? Oh my
They're cool
God.
cats. I like them because I think
I'm telling you, we were loving it.
Mhm.
Oh,
is
it's
what we
incredible.
missed.
it was.
Oh, I swear to God, that's Mary right there. Mary, you can't fib to me. That's them
No,
right there.
honey. Oh, she's saying it's not her. Dang it.
Doggone it. Man.
Got my
Man,
hopes
that
up.
I'm gonna imagine
yeah,
that
I would-
Mary
I
is
would
just
have-
as cool as these two, though.
I bet you she is.
Yep.
I bet you she is. She's got her little dust mop and she's playing air guitar, and then he jumps in here and he starts singing. I mean, they are just getting on with it, like just grooving along. You have no idea. This is just absolutely glorious. Oh man, so disappointing. Doggone it.
Hmm.
Yama has more panties and room keys than Elvis.
He does.
You have no idea.
You don't know. I mean, whenever Yamaha talks, like uteruses that were once like barren become very fertile.
They become very lubricated.
That's good. That's on fires. They're out of water. Oh my gosh. Did you miss the last depot? Because I am so late. Yes, you missed the last part of the last depot, but that's okay because you can go all the way back and watch it from the beginning and get caught up to where we're at.
We almost started 100 pages from where we left off. That was going to be fun.
Yeah,
we were
that
about
would've
to
been-
read the whole thing all over again.
Oh my God.
It's
It's a
like,
good
wait a
thing that-
minute.
Wait a
I know
second.
this, man.
It's a good thing you said this is like deja vu. I was like, yeah, this is deja vu. I was like, and then once we got to like the second part of it, I was like, no, this is totally the same thing.
I thought I was glitching, though. I really did. I was like, oh dear. Am I glitching?
It's the Matrix.
It is.
It is.
It was.
Is the Matrix. just saying that, but it doesn't work as well.
Well, that chassis, it's well lubricated right there.
What was that?
That's
What
a
did you say?
well lubricated chassis right there. That's what that is.
Oh my God.
Well, she
That's
runs
so
better
awesome.
when she's lubricated.
Well, yeah, everything runs better when it's lubricated.
That's
She
right.
just runs faster when it's
Yeah.
lubricated. That's all.
That's right, honey.
Oh my God, you guys are awesome.
So
I love this chat. They bring so much humor.
now I'm nerding out. So I looked up this question. If an attorney signed a retainer agreement after settlement but backdated it, is that legal? And the answers are ethically, no, it is irresponsible and you can report them.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, Florida might have some statutes. We already know that Bruce, his ethics are about as thick as a sheet of rice paper that's been peed on.
I actually have some rice paper.
Wizzy, didn't Jeremy make a motion for Bubbles to be a witness in LP's case? Yes, he did make a motion, and not just for Bubbles to be there, but also for the Cankle Twin 1, Lisa. And then also for Patty Plummer, for quite a few people. I mean, you can go back and read that, please. You can just go back and watch one of my streams because, yeah.
So I was curious about this question. If you have an attorney who is on Pro Hoc Vice, when can a client officially sign on with the attorney? Not until he gets permission from the court.
Oh.
So he has to go through the process. He has to give them the $250, file with them, and of course give all the information about the attorney that's going to be sponsoring him. After that is when a client can sign on with that attorney in Florida.
Yes. Yeah, CJ, MLS was also included. Mm-hmm. Yeah, quite a few people were included in all of this.
Lord have mercy.
Well, and you know, it's one of those where, you know, if the judge could include every single one of these people, he could include none of them, and he could add some of them if he wanted to. If they can show cause to have it, and the judge agrees with that cause of showing it, then yeah, they would be added to it. At this point, he is requested, but they have not been added to the case. So the judge has to basically sign an order that covers those specific documents, those particular motions that were made. Now, the judge hasn't ruled on that yet. He did rule on this part of it very quickly. So it tells me, this is what it tells me, that the judge hasn't ruled on it. One, he's looking at the deposit. He's looking at what's come out in these transcripts and the depositions. He's paying very close attention to that. He's probably paying close attention to all the YouTube links. He may be watching all of the videos. He might be watching and seeing what Bruce is doing on his YouTube channel. He may be looking and seeing what Tug and Megan are talking about on their channel. He may even be going back and reviewing any of the other stuff that Bubbles is talking about. You know, the judges can do that. They can look at anything and everything that they want to. They have no restraint against that. So we'll see. We'll see what the judge rules. He may be just looking witness intimidation. He could be looking at all of this. I mean, he may be watching right now, kicking back, going, "That guy knows nothing about law. He's a complete moron."
These people are idiots, and we are.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know nothing about birthing no babies, Miss Scarlett.
No.
That's us.
Yeah.
We're here for the fun.
Yeah,
real.
And you know, reading through this stuff sort of keeps you it keeps your mind a little bit fresh of what exactly is happening in this. Or confuses Diva.
I was going to say, or confuses the hell out of you.
Yeah. Confuses Diva a lot. Yeah. A lot.
And you might have to read it 3 or 4 times before you understand it. And sometimes I may not be explaining what I'm seeing correctly.
I don't know. That's why I need the dictionary.
No, she is a dictionary. Don't you dare read her.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. The truth is coming out. You know what, though? It is way past my bedtime. I'm gonna call it a night. So
yeah, well, I will see you tomorrow on the experts.
That's right. Yeah.
FNL.
Bright-eyed, bushy-tail, ready to go. That's right.
Oh yeah.
Shizzy, thank you for having me.
Yamaha. Diva's more compliant when she's tired and confused.
I am.
Actually, yeah.
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 Absolutely.
Not
Well, you
near as much.
take care. Are you hanging out for a little bit, Yamaha? I mean, Volstorm. Jesus.
What?
Dear Lord, how many more
Where
people
am
gonna
I?
call me Yamaha?
What's happening?
My
Good night, chat. Thank you all.
Good night, Diva.
Night.
Are you hanging out for a little bit, Volstorm?
Yeah, sure. I'll hang out for
Okay.
a couple minutes.
Yeah, so I know that there's going to be a lot of people that watched and will be talking all about what happened with Megan tonight. Oh my God, I'm sure that the toothless ones are losing their ever loving mind right now, saying, "How dare she? Why are they going after my man?"
I don't even know what she's talking about. I didn't watch it. So.
I don't even have to watch it. I mean, I can tell you how they're reacting. They're losing their ever loving mind. And because what's happening is their funding is getting cut short. Their funding is getting cut short because people are starting to wake up. They're starting to see and they're starting to question.
Well,
And
people do complain when their funding's cut off.
Yeah,
just as a general rule.
Just as a general rule. And I'm not saying one way or the other. They could be totally legit in what they're doing. I'm just saying if it smells like a fish, walks like a fish, flops like a dog, well, then you got like bigger problems than a fish. The gaslighting is double time. Oh, I'm sure it is. I mean, that would be something. You can't handle the truth.
Hey man, I don't like people telling me how to spend my money. I ain't gonna tell somebody else how to spend theirs.
No, people are welcome to donate if they want to, and if that's entirely up to them. Just know that you don't have any recourse whenever things go awry, as Shara found out. Whenever there was money that was spent that she was doing for one thing and found out that, well, it didn't get spent on that. Yeah. And a lot of people, they whenever they start seeing that kind of thing happening, whenever their pocketbooks go a little bit low, they go, where did I go? Good night to all. This was fun. I look forward to the next time I get to dramatically read legal depositions with y'all. Oh, we're gonna have something for you coming up pretty soon, Diva. I'm just gonna have to get her all alone, maybe with Fallstorm, because tonight was just too much fun.
I know it.
Oh my god! And if you guys are wondering, we do this on Sundays. Not every Sunday. We're skipping a Sunday. We're going to hit you guys up next Sunday. So not this upcoming Sunday. And plus, I may not have power tomorrow. Oh, speaking of which,
well, I've been watching the forecasting for it, and it's like everything that's kind of. First of all, they called off every school in the entire state here.
Yeah,
like for tomorrow, every school is called off in the entire state. But I'm watching the weather pattern, and it looks like the snow and ice and stuff's going across Tennessee, but to the south of it, it's rain.
Yeah. This is Well, this is the message I got today.
This is a message from the Fulton Alert and Community Notification System.
Fulton County Emergency Management. A winter storm will bring snow, sleet, ice, freezing rain on Friday. Considerable travel problems are expected due to unsafe road conditions. Power outages are possible. Prepare for power outages and have non-perishable food and water on hand. Check social media for updates at x.com/AFCEMA.
How am I supposed to check social media if I got no power, man?
Yeah. That's what it's funny that they have it on X. It's just like what? You can't turn on your local news oh, that's right. You can't. It sucks.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh, and see this is where I think a lot of people don't realize how quick social media can get information out there. Pretty damn quick.
It is.
As compared to legacy news, because legacy news, it would be like, okay, we got to get the camera set up and my hair is done, and Yeah, you can just pull it up on X and have all that information within like a few seconds.
Well, shoot, yeah. Well, I mean, you can have an intern sitting right there and just pull out their phone and boom, you send out your communique.
Yep, that's what Trump was doing. Like,
yeah.
Well, I watched the video of how he actually operates the stuff that he tweets out.
Yeah.
His fingers don't touch the keyboard. He's got like 3 or 4 people that have access to it in around him almost all the time. And something comes into his head and they text it out. Exactly word for word, exactly what he said.
There you go.
And that's because he doesn't have time for that.
No.
Just like, nope. Oh, speaking of which, I started working on something I want to send over to the expert.
Okay.
And this is going to be pretty cool. Let me see if I can pull this up. Because I was doing this is what I do whenever I get bored. I start like
you get bored a lot.
Why do you think I stream so much? Why do you think I stream so much? So I really wanted to update something for the expert, and I'm still having a hard time doing it. And let me see. We're going to, where is that? Oh, okay. Share the screen. No. What is that? What do I have here? I'm just going to remove that. Stop that screen. Okay.
Yeah.
There's it. Share screen. Okay. That's just weird.
I told you those sites have viruses.
Yeah. So check this out.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Sounds like a hoedown.
Yeah. And then this one. But it got better.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody.
I woke up to go get me a cold pop, and I thought somebody was a barbecuing. I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire." Ain't nobody got time for that. I woke up to go get me a cold pop, and I thought somebody was a barbecuing. I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire." Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop. Then I thought somebody was barbecuing. And I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire." Then I ran down. I didn't got no shoes and none, Jesus. I ran for my life. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody.
It's like the remix.
Yeah, it's awesome, isn't it?
It's like the remix. I like the last one the best.
Yeah, I like the last one the best also. I was like, oh, that's pretty fucking awesome. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I still need to get the lyrics worked out right.
Yeah.
Because I know there's a little bit more that's said, but that's where I'm going with it, because I think that'll
interesting.
I think that's the one.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then
I don't know, man. You can't do away with a great classic like that one though.
No, you can't. No, I mean it is so damn good. But I want to do it just to send it to him to see if he likes it. Because it's so good.
Funny.
Oh, I wish I could like increase the like get the vocals a little bit better on it. For whatever reason, whenever we recorded it has it clips.
Yeah.
If I could fix the clipping on it, it would sound clearer. But yeah, it's pretty good. That's what I did with that one. And I'm also working on a couple other songs in the meantime. So I think I'm about due for another album.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say you are.
Yeah, the only thing that sucks about it is those albums. I don't have any control of whenever they come out. Like I can't premiere them. They just all of a sudden pop up. There they are.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, like I've got what, 7 albums up there right now.
Something like that. I haven't even looked.
I just put out the music, man. That's all I do.
Just produce the hits, man.
Just produce the hits, man.
I can't control it, man.
I got so much good stuff up there. Crank out the guitar. Oh yeah, crank out the guitar. Yeah, what is that? It's not arthritis. It's early onset rigor mortis.
Yes. Early onset. I don't have arthritis. I have early onset rigor mortis.
Oh my God. That made me laugh so much. Hey, how's it going, Aunt Sarah? Good to see you. Oh, we're gonna have a blast tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, I'm probably gonna be going a little bit longer than normal because we may be if we have power. Because we may, if it starts icing over, we may lose power. Like everything
that's true.
Knocked out. So I mean, I'll set up the stream, but if you don't see me streaming tomorrow, it's because I lost power, everybody. So
I've already got brine all over my truck, and it hasn't even snowed yet. Like just driving down the interstate, I got home and I was like, I have brine all over this damn truck already.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. They're pre-salting all the roads, man.
Yep.
They have to. 1 to 3 inches minimum isn't too bad. Yeah. I don't get any.
Yeah, I think they were saying something anywhere from 2 to 5 inches or something like that. But shoot, it may end up being like last year where we got 10.
Yeah.
Or we may get nothing.
Yeah,
that'd be the funny part.
When I told my wife and I were talking about this earlier tonight, she goes, "Well, I guess we'll find out tomorrow because the way that Georgia is, Tennessee, parts of Tennessee, the way that Georgia is whenever they predict it, either nothing happens whatsoever, or it's 10 times worse than what was expected. Yeah, like either it's a complete disappointment or it's like a complete shock to the system.
Most of the time, it's a disappointment. Kind of like me, but every once in a while, like last year, we got way more than we expected.
Oh yeah. I still remember the expert sitting out on his porch, like.
I still remember driving in the ice and snow, going to pick up expert because he couldn't get out of his neighborhood.
God. Well, if we do get ice and snow, I mean, I don't mind snow. I can tolerate that because here in Georgia it melts and goes away. It's the ice that we get an ice storm here. It'll mess some stuff up bad.
Well, at least it won't be like the one time during the Atlanta snowpocalypse when they let everybody out at the same time at 2:00.
I know. Oh, I was so pissed too because I was at work and I'm sitting there going, it is freaking cold, and I see this snow coming down, and I need to go home. And the manager was just like, well. I was like, listen, nobody is coming in here, and if they do, we're not going to be able to get any of the parts. I mean,
right?
The part they're going to start shutting things down. And they're going to shut it down, and we're going to be stuck in here. And I do not want to be stuck in this freaking freezing ass cold store because I was working in a shop, and I do not want to sit here in this freezing ass shop all damn night because I've been snowed in, and there's no restaurants that I can get any food from. You
should have told him, if I get stuck here, you're the first one that gets eaten.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah, he probably would have been just like, he's a derp. Yeah, so whenever I left it at what, 2:30,
Yeah.
because they finally got the word from corporate that they could shut it down. Yeah, it took me 8 hours to get home, 7 to 8 hours to get home. And I only
Jeez.
lived like maybe 8 miles away.
I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah. Yeah, I was pissed. I was pissed. A normal little section would only take me like 2 minutes to get through. Took me over 4 hours to get through.
Jeez. I've run into that before where normally, I go out to an appointment and I get back in like 2 hours or not even that long. And I remember one time it took me like 5 hours to get home because all of a sudden it started snowing and people were like, "Oh no, the White Death. I can't drive."
Oh yeah. Well, and Doug's pretty spot on here. You make me laugh. Up here in Canada, it's like this for 4 months. Yeah. But you're also equipped for it. Georgia isn't equipped for it.
Look, here's the thing, because everybody complains about, oh, you people can't drive on snow and ice. We don't get snow and ice.
Yeah.
So we don't put as many things in place as some of these other Arctic temperature states, countries, whatever. So when it hits us, it's a bigger deal because we don't normally have that. We normally have like 98 degrees in humidity. That's what we have to suffer through that we're used to.
Yeah. That's nothing.
Yeah.
That is like,
that's like, okay.
Oh, where is it? I got to show you something because this is cool as all get out. And everybody's talking about the damn fires that are happening out there. And
oh God, it's horrible. It's horrible out there.
It is. I feel for anybody that's stuck in this crap. It's just not good at all. Let me see if I can find it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, here we go.
Exactly, Starzy.
Yeah, this is not. I don't think this is Canada. Well, it might be Canada. Well, I'll show you guys this here. Share this. Yeah, this might be Canada.
Yeah, it's just another day.
I had a guy that I gamed with that operated one of these.
I'm kind of jealous. I'd want that job.
Yeah.
Like playing with Tonka toys.
Oh, yeah. Just right over the side, all that snow is just. Yeah. Oh. Oh, there was a deer. Hi, deer. No, this might be Russia. It is some foreign country. It's not the United States. It could be Canada. No, this is a roadway. It's not a railway.
Yeah, I can fall asleep with this.
Yeah. That's the roadway. You can go by the little ramps that go up and down. That would be insane.
That's cool.
That's too many inches of snow.
Yeah.
That's
you don't measure that in inches. That's feet.
Well, and those little flags that he has up there, that guides him where he needs to be.
Right.
So, I mean, it is a good driver. I mean, buddy of mine, his Scooter, that's what he is. What his gamer tag was, Scooter Vato. He's a snowplow driver. That's what he does in Canada. It's like, yeah, I mean, he goes, it's been so cold that we haven't been able to get our vehicle started. like the shit gelled up. All right. I'm going to call it a night. I will see
Yep.
everybody tomorrow, and have a good evening, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
Oh, you thought I was done, bless your heart, but I'm still living rent-free, it's a work of art. Call me daddy, call me nut, call me the goat. You're paddling upstream while I'm running this boat. You say, I don't care, yet you're glued to the screen, caught up in my glow while you stay unseen. Your shade's like a breeze, it's barely a draft. Meanwhile, I'm the Picasso of roasting your ass. You say you're over me, oh how cute, but here I am, still the star of your loop. You're my biggest fans, don't even deny, so grab some popcorn when daddy goes live. Live. Call me daddy, yeah, shout it loud. King of your thoughts, I'm making you proud. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, headline act. Your background noise, and that's just a fact. Let's face the score. You hate that you love me, but you keep wanting more. You're like a dog chasing cars, you don't know why. But here you are, barking while I touch the sky. Your comments are gold, such comedy gold. Who hurt you? Oh wait, it's me, I'm told. You're keeping tabs like an unpaid intern while I'm cashing checks. When will you learn? Your timeline's a shrine to every move I make. I'd say thanks, but you're a nasty skank. Oh, Shizzy's washed up. Yeah, sure, Jan, yet here I am, the centerpiece of your plan. You hate watch my stream like it's Oscar night, but guess what, kiddos? I'm still shining bright. Call me daddy. Send in your bread, I'm still rent-free in your effing head. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy on your brain. I'm your mental landlord, you can't complain. Let's keep it real. You hate that I'm winning, but you love how it feels. Oh, I'm sorry, did I break your streak? You tried to ignore me for like half a week, but daddy's too spicy, you can't look away. I'm the train wreck you need every single day. So while you're out there with your plastic clout, I'm here sipping coffee watching you freak out. You're irrelevant, wow, what a take. Now go rewatch my vids while I count how much I make. I count how much I make. Call me daddy, yeah, own it now. I'm reading your brain and you don't know how. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, let's set the bar. I'm the constellation, you're a burned out star. Embrace your role, cause I'm the main character. You're just an old ragged ass, burned out troll. So that's your bedtime story, kids tucked in sweet and snug. Shizzy Daddy's forever, you lose and you're stuck in the mud. Now say goodnight to Papa Nut, your mental pain. Oh wait, you will see me tomorrow's agenda, will see me tomorrow. Same obsession, same effing thing.